Hey, welcome to Mike's Trains, and thanks for joining me again for the next part in the series of building this train station. In this part here, we're going to actually start building the rises from the platforms that are going to go up to the next level on the train station, the lower level of the train station. This is what I've got. I spent a few days a few hours over a few days figuring out exactly how high these need to be, how tall, and how long I want to have them. I had to make some changes to what I was doing, and I'll take you downstairs and I'll show you what I did. But these are the pieces for each of those rises that are going to go up. The walls here, these are the side walls, and I'm going to put a couple of these together right now, and then we'll bring them downstairs and we'll take a look at how those are going to go in. So let's get the glue here. Get this brush softened up. Okay, so this is, I've numbered them all for the platforms. I have 3 platforms I'm going to make, and that's all I need. That's all I'm going to have. Now I've already cut these, but what I am going to do is there's a raised lip on the edges of these. I'm just going to take my flat blade here, and I'm going to run this right down and take off that raised lip wherever I can feel that. So this piece is good. I'm going to just go right around these other 2 sides. Okay, so here's a side wall, and then we have a back here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these together, and I made these so that the side walls fit inside the back wall, because I don't want to see the seam underneath outside. And then what other thing I want to do is I want to get a square. Because I want this to be good and squared up. And put this right in here and match these up. Now, while that's setting up a little bit, I'm going to take these. These are 2 pieces. These are going to be the beginning of the floor inside. It's 2 pieces, and these are going to stack on top of each other. And the reason being is this platform right here. I need to match the thickness of this, because we're making new platforms, but I want the same height that this platform has. So 2 of these pieces, this 60 thousandths comes up to the same height as this, or close enough anyway. So I'm going to take 2 of these, and we got to do the same thing. We're going to trim off any extra . Okay, so there's the first one, and then in the front of this, now we're up to the same level as the platform here. See, it's hard to see, but here we go. So we're pretty much at the same level, and that's what we're looking for. This one actually might be a little bit higher, and that's fine, because we're going to make the platform on the outside, and we have to put the grid styrene on top of our platform to come even to this. So we're going to do the outside a little bit different than that, but that's the quickest way to get this raised up. So this one's set, and now we'll go do the second one. Okay, so there's two of these right here. This is platform 1, platform 2. Now the third one you'll notice is a little different. You can see this is the back wall. It's much smaller than these other ones, as you can see. Much smaller. That's because of the curve in the tracks and where I'm placing the road and everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this one and put this one in here. I'm going to clean up these pieces real quick. We have to compensate for the curve in the track. Okay. So this one will go like this. Alright, now, because of the curve in the track, it also makes the front of this wider. So that's these two pieces. So what that's going to mean in our details is that this platform won't have an elevator. There's not enough room to put one in there. And that's going to go like that. So we end up with something like this. So all I want to do now is I'm going to get out my chopper and we're going to cut this at a small angle on the one side. Or maybe the utility knife, will, my hobby knife. Just need a small angle on that. Like that. And we'll glue that one together. Alright, so there's our three platforms. So we want to take this one and put it this side. So it's platform 3, 2, and 1. Like that. Alright, and we got to keep that, we need to keep this wall at 90 degrees. This is the one that needs to be angled, so we got to follow that. And that's our three platforms. So why don't we go downstairs and we'll take a look at how these are going to fit in there. Okay, so we're downstairs now, and here's what I came up with for the platforms. There's going to be, these are 26 inches, okay, going from the bases over here, from right here all the way back to the end. That's enough to fully cover 4 train cars, and I think that's pretty good. I think it's enough. Okay, so here are our platforms that we just built upstairs. The train will fit between them like this. Now I may adjust these a little bit. It's a little tight in there. I mean, they do pass, but it's a little tight. So here's our roadway right here, and this will fit right on top, just like this, onto those bases underneath. So that's how that'll be. Now you can't really see under there, and this is kind of the thing, and why I was talking about maybe not putting as much detail in there as I could. Let me bring you down at a different angle so you can see down in there. Alright, so there's the look underneath of it. You can see the lower floor of the train station, and then the 3 platforms that I put in there. I may have to fiddle with the uprights a little bit just for clearance issues on the train, but that's pretty much what we're looking at, and you can tell it's hard to see from a regular angle because they're so far underneath. This is why I was saying when I'm not going to spend a lot of time with details inside of them, because you're really not going to see a lot of stuff. I am going to light the lower levels so they will show up, but you're actually going to have to be looking under there to see it. And the same with the stairs and elevators going up from the platforms to the upper half will be lit as well, so they will show, but I don't need to get crazy with detail. So that's the idea. That's how we're going to do that. And then you can actually see it better on the back side, but all right, and there's the view from the back side. You can see the backs of the platform towers there, and then a little bit of the lower level of the train station. So that's what we're looking at. Like I said, I'm going to have to tweak the spaces between a little bit more. I think I'm going to need a little bit more space in between these two and these two. But other than that, that's where we're going with it. And then, I don't know, this is one of the changes I had to make with this. It was sort of a compromise. I didn't really have a choice. So originally what I wanted was I wanted a platform here. Let me get these out of the way. I wanted a platform here, here, and here to serve all 4 tracks. 3, 4. But the placement of these in relation to the train station above wouldn't allow that. So I had to change that, and I had to only do 1, 2, 3. And then this last track here, that's going to be like a service track, and that's it. It's not going to serve the lines, the passengers at all. There'll only be 3 lines for the passenger tracks, and that's pretty much the only thing I've had to go back on that, you know, didn't go as planned. But overall, I think we ended up okay. And you can see I had to trim back a little bit of this in order to get the road to sit flat to the foam. So the road surface sits right up to here, and it actually gives it a nice look. It looks like it's built, it builds right into the road surface above. So it works out really well. So yeah, that's the whole plan and the beginnings of these bottom platforms. And then the next thing, once I get these fitted exactly right, is going to be to build the framework for the front windows. It's going to be a whole framework for us, one big solid plate window in there divided up with some doors on the bottom. And then I have stairs that are going to go in here. And that's about as far as I'm going to go with detail. We're not getting crazy with it. It is not worth the trouble. You won't be able to see it, so it really doesn't matter. In order to see it, you'd have to be craning your head all the way down underneath and inside, and I really don't want anybody doing that. I won't do it, and neither will anybody else. So it's not worth the effort and the time and dollars spent to make that happen. Going to go very simple with the interiors on these, and we'll spend a little more time with the train station above all that. A little more time, not getting crazy with that either, because the view angles on that are also a little skewed, so you can't really see everything that you would hope to see because of the angle that it's at. So that saves me some time and detail work as well. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick idea as to how these platform rises that I'm always talking about are going to fit in here. And as you can see, I gotta refit these. But yeah, so that's how they're going to go. And that's it. That's all I got for this week. Thanks for watching. If you just found me for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. Love to have you. And thanks for watching. You can visit my website. It's mikestrains.wordpress.com. There's other stuff on there that I don't put on YouTube. There's an HO scale layout that I'm building for my father that I'm I have photos of. I do photo updates for that. I don't necessarily do videos for it unless it's something special I'm doing. So that's it for this week's, and until next time, happy modeling.